You've heard of Marbella. You've probably been to Puerto Banús. But right next door is a place most people drive past. A town where locals still greet you on the streets, and new developments sit beside whitewashed houses. With beachfront promenades and a lifestyle that feels both authentic and modern. San Pedro de Alcantara isn't just next to Marbella. It's what Marbella used to be. Warm, walkable, and full of local charm.
Welcome to San Pedro de Alcantara, Marbella's very own beautiful and typical Spanish town with an amazing promenade. In fact, our favorite and also the most beautiful promenade you will find in Costa del Sol. This town is not up and coming. This town has arrived. It is one of the most sought after locations in Marbella and Costa del Sol. Today we're going to walk along the promenade, explore the nearby areas, then make our way to the other side, to the old town of San Pedro de Alcantara. And after that, we will end our day at San Pedro Feria, which is starting today. So it's going to be a fun one. If you come here on the weekends or in summer, these bars and these restaurants, all of them are open and they have an absolutely gorgeous vibe. It is a very family-friendly promenade. You can come with your whole family and enjoy a day on the beach with the kids. Did you know that if you keep walking on this promenade for an hour, you will get to one of the most popular destinations on Costa del Sol, Puerto Banús, which is the port of Marbella. Marbella is known throughout Spain and Europe for its quality of life, for its sunshine, beach clubs, you have mountains, you have kayaking, you have everything you can imagine for your holiday or to live in a nice place. Marbella has it. This side of San Pedro area is very popular for fitness lovers because it is a long stretch of promenade in the beautiful shaded areas of palm trees, and people come here for cycling but also running. On Sundays, the atmosphere here is a bit different. It's more holistic and it has lots of stalls here for healing, for tarot card reading and yoga. It just completely changes the whole atmosphere. Talking about the facilities in the area, every few minutes you have public toilets completely free and they're very clean as well. And like I said before, it's a very family-friendly area. This part of the beach, you have these big mud containers. There's a special purpose for that. Let me show you. When you come here with your family, you don't need to worry about barbecues. This is a dedicated barbecue area. You can bring your chicken or whatever you want to cook. Just put your sticks in there, coal there, and have a lovely meal.
This promenade is definitely our top favorite one in all Costa del Sol. But what about the beach? Walking here, looking at the beach, it looks really good, very inviting. You have all the areas that Aslam just showed you. You have all these natural trees giving you natural shade. But from here, I can see the quality of the sun is not 100% to my liking. So let's go and check it out. Okay, straight away, you can see that the color of the sun is a bit darker. However, I'm actually seeing three different tones of sun. On this area here, it's a bit darker, then it gets lighter and very light over there. I guess because we are near the barbecue area, here probably for protection and just for cleanness, they kept it this way. However, as we move to this side of the beach, as you see, it's starting to get lighter and lighter. And over here, you see that, yeah, it's a bit pebbly, not to my liking again, because as you know, I like the very fine sand, very clear, very white sand, but it is acceptable. You can lay your towel here. There are a few parasols in there, and obviously because we are off season now, you haven't got the hammocks installed. But in terms of amenities, this area is perfect because, as Aslan mentioned before, there are lots of bars, lots of chiringuitos along this beautiful promenade. We're gonna go and check the water because that's one thing that looks really, really inviting. However, as you approach the water, you start seeing a lot of stones, a bit of algae as well. But what I like about the water here is that it looks very clean and very clear. Another thing I really like about this beach is the view from here. You can see La Concha, you can see Puerto Banús, you see Marbella. So in terms of the view, it actually giving me like a very Californian feeling because you see all the palm trees over there, you have the mountain range behind you. The only thing I'm not happy with so far with this beach is the amount of pebbles, the amount of little stones in the sand, and the color of the sand. When you get to this part of the beach, you can see the difference in the quality of the sand, but I think they've done it in purpose because it looks like a football area, but it looks like this side of the beach, getting closer to Puerto Banús, it has a bit better quality of sand, and it looks like it's a bit more lively in terms of chiringuitos and music, because I can hear music in the background.
Coming back to the promenade, I would like to talk about the lifestyle of this area. Those mountains, beautiful mountains of Benahavis, just behind that is Ronda, which, by the way, if you want to go to Ronda from Marbella, you go through San Pedro. Look at these houses, beautiful Andalusian style houses, and the street layout is like out of your dreams. The lifestyle living here, living in these apartments, coming out for walks in the evening with the palm trees and the concha in the background. This is a lifestyle that many people yearn for. Like I said before, this area is very popular for people who are interested in fitness. With the surroundings like that and facilities like that, you have green spaces just by the beach. Why wouldn't you come here and look after yourself? I really like this part. It's got like bungalow style buildings with beautiful banana trees, parrots flying. It gives you like a far away feeling like you're in Sri Lanka or you're in Caribbean. It looks absolutely gorgeous.
From this point, the vibe changes in San Pedro's Promenade. On that side, it's a bit more relaxed, family orientated, but from here, you will see a few chiringuitos, live music, and there is even a pool club here. San Pedro is located between Estepona and Marbella, two of the most popular destinations in all Costa del Sol. Estepona is very down to earth, very relaxed, family orientated, but Marbella is full of nightclubs, vibe, and that's exactly what you see here in San Pedro. As you get closer to Estepona, it's very family orientated, very relaxed. But now we are getting closer to Marbella, and you can see the influence of Marbella being implemented here in San Pedro's Promenade.
Don't be put off by beach club vibe, because this is not your typical Puerto Banús or style beach clubs. Here you have more class, you have more down-to-earth people, down-to-earth beach clubs. They're designed for you to have a good time rather than to show off. What I do like about these beach clubs is that they're catching up on the trends of bohemian lifestyle, of bohemian decoration. Can you believe it's 14th of October, mid-October, and you have 26 degrees, beautiful afternoon. It's about 5 p.m. People are enjoying their lovely meal along the beach. It's an absolutely beautiful lifestyle because later on, it's another Spanish tradition. Spanish Feria is starting in the town. This is the Mediterranean life people have been looking for.
We would love to stay here in the promenade, have a drink or two, but we have so much more to show you. Town Centre and Feria. Stay tuned because you're gonna love it.
We're now making our way to the Old Town Centre, and just between the promenade and the Old Town, there's this residential area which has a really good vibe of like an urbanization. Beautiful promenade and a beach just over there, and living area like this one. You can have a tranquil life here, and all your daily amenities, only 15 to 20 minutes walk away in the town centre.
We are in Pasarela del Boulevard. Right now, this is what divides San Pedro Town Centre with the promenade where we were earlier on. And in my opinion, this is a beautiful pathway because as you can see, we are slightly elevated, giving you an opportunity to glaze into the town centre. Right now, we can see a bit of activity going on in there because Feria is starting in half an hour and we're gonna get there in a minute, so stay tuned. Underneath us, there is a park where you can come with your children, with your pets, with your loved ones, but also underneath this park is the famous A7, which is the road that goes all along Costa del Sol. And San Pedro Alcantara, very cleverly, they built this boulevard on top just to hide the traffic, to hide the noise and create this beautiful green area.
We are now entering in the part of San Pedro, which is not like that side, because that side is very new, very posh, very like built up in urbanization. Now we are going into an authentic, typical Spanish town center. First time we came here, we were a little bit skeptical that it's got a different feeling, but this is a lovely town center. It has lots of restaurants for you to enjoy, because sometimes what happens is that we have too many urbanizations and we're losing that authentic Spanish charm. But when you come to San Pedro town center, you do get this Spanish charm. At the end of San Pedro, on that side, you have Nueva Andalucia. Nueva Andalucia is one of the most important locations in Marbella, one of the most beautiful locations as well. And it's right next to San Pedro town center. So for that reason, that side of town center is booming a lot. They're building a lot more residential complexes, and we're gonna take you there later on. We got into the town and straight away the Spanish feeling is coming to here because it's the Feria day. San Pedro Feria is actually the last Feria in Andalucia. On the beach, we had the feeling of relaxation and holiday, and straight away over here, I can hear the bands going on and people have gathered, the kids have gathered here to enjoy the parade of the San Pedro's Feria. I'm quite excited. They've got the mascots coming through as well. The kids will be very happy. Look at that. The parade is the start of a feria. Every time a feria starts, it's going to last about a week, and the parade is what kicks off the whole festivities.
What I like about this feria is that we are in mid-October and many people are really like a bit sad because summer is over, but this is bringing happiness again back in the town. And it's Tuesday, almost 7 o'clock in the evening, and look at the vibe around here. And this is just the start of it, because the feria in San Pedro will continue until the 20th of October. For now, we're going to explore the beautiful town center, and later on, we're going to go to the feria grounds. We've never been before, we don't know what to expect, but I'm sure it will be beautiful and lovely. It's almost 7 p.m. and this is merienda time. But today is highlighted even more because it's the start of Feria. That's why you see so many people in the high street. What I like about this high street is that it has everything you need in a small town. You have shops, you have cafes, you have bakeries. Yeah, of course, yeah. Of course, we have lots of people loving this area. And it's a small town, but have all the amenities you need.
Okay, the parade is coming around and everybody's gathered in the town square. It's a really weird mix because you have lots of tourists here, you have lots of locals here, you have lots of people from different towns nearby coming here to see the start of the feria. So living around the San Pedro Promenade area is actually one of the best places to live because literally 10-15 minutes walk later, you are here in this beautiful church square with the amazing vibe in a festival, typical Spanish festival, which they are popular all over the world and you can enjoy from your doorstep.
San Pedro's town is not very big, but with events like this, everyone is coming now to be together, enjoying a lovely festivity. Even expats, when they live here, they also feel part of the community.
So who lives in San Pedro and what's the life like living here? 80% of the population is Spanish and 20% are great Scandinavian, people from Morocco, and also Latin America. So it's a quite multicultural society. You find food from all over the places. But if you carry on this road, it will take us to the new part of the old town, which is also becoming very trendy, very popular. Like I said before, on that side is Nueva Andalucia, and this is the new part of Old Town, and that's where we're heading right now.
Apart from the Boulevard area and the High Street, San Pedro de Alcantara is mainly residential. And you will see streets like this that reminds you a little bit of a typical Spanish Pueblo Blanco. And every now and then you will see a little square, a little plaza, where the locals gather together, bringing a sense of community.
And just like that, narrow streets give way to wide boulevards, tapas bar give way to ramen places, and the whole scenery changes. This part of San Pedro is completely new and is growing very fast. As you can see, the old San Pedro gives way to the new area. This is actually the story of San Pedro. It's an amazing location, but also it's a combination of old and new. This is the beauty of San Pedro. We are at the Feria ground, and first impression is that it is actually much bigger than I thought it would be. San Pedro being a small town and being a last Feria in October, I thought it would be a very small affair, but it is actually in the same ground as where we had Marbella, which was an amazing festival. We have amazing time. In the Feria, you have different sections. This is the main section where you have the rides, and it's mainly for the kids, where you have the games, throw things and win a toy. And then you have the other side where you have the casetas, where adults go there to have fun, to have dance, to have drink, and have food as well. One thing I've noticed is that the lights haven't been turned on yet. All these lights over there, they look absolutely beautiful when they come on, and these lights on the top as well. It might be because it's the first day and they're waiting for the official inauguration. I can see the parade is still going on here. They're dancing and bulls are running around as well, so maybe we are waiting for the official inauguration. So it turns out we are a little bit early. As you know, night activities in Spain starts quite late. So we asked around and they said the lights will come on after 9 p.m. Well, at 9 p.m. So all of these lights on the streets and outside on the gate is going to illuminate the whole area in just over 15 minutes.
Only 1 minute to 9 p.m. And once the lights come on, it will officially inaugurate Feria. We are now going in the caseta ground, and you must be wondering, what is a caseta? A caseta is like a marquee, and there are different themes. One is political, another one could be private, another one could be owned by a company. In the private ones, you can only go in with an invitation, because it's mainly friends and family. But most of them here in San Pedro are free for you to enter. Once you enter, you can expect a lot of fun, music, food, drink, people having fun and laugh with your friends and family. And of course, a lot of flamenco. The casetas are setting up at the moment because it's a bit too early. As you know, in Spanish style, we don't really party until dinner, until the early hours of the morning. So that's why right now it's very empty. But come here on a weekend and it will be packed with people. You won't be able to get in any of casetas.
Actually been to quite a few ferias in Spain. The biggest one, Seville, we absolutely love it. The Seville one is a bit more private. There are a few places where you can go, but the pageantry in Seville, nothing can match that. And after that, my favorite one is Jerez Feria, because in Jerez Feria you have everybody just having so much fun, and everybody's dressed up as good as they will, and most of the casetas are free, so it's like more like a Publix feria. So that's my favorite. After that, we've been to Malaga Feria, which is also a very big one, and but Malaga Feria is more like a big massive party. And finally, we have also been to the Estepona one, which is also more like a family affair. It's not as big, but it's still a good feria. We have a series of feria, and we've recorded our experience for you guys, so please make sure to check in the description below. Behind me, they are still doing the inauguration for the feria. There's some speeches going on, and later on, the stage will be filled with different kind of performances. There'll be dances, their performances will be going on till early hours till the morning, even for a Tuesday.
I want to take you into the kids area because Feria is made for all ages. It's not just for adults in casetas, it's also for kids as well. And growing up, this was my favorite part of Feria. There are also different attractions. You have the wheel, you have the bumpy cars, and also you have a few options of buying food here as well. Some stalls, kebabs, hot dogs, and also tombola. In tombola, you will be able to play the typical game with the rifle, or with the balloons, or with the basketball, and win a prize. But let me show you around a little bit to see what sort of attractions you can expect here. San Pedro de Alcantara is a lot more than just a beautiful promenade. It has a lot of history, a lot of celebration, and it's a place that if you're in Costa del Sol, especially if you're visiting Marbella Estepona, you cannot miss. We hope you had an amazing time with us, and we will see you next week from another amazing location in Andalucía. Hasta luego.
Dime tú, que tengo una máquina en tu casa, ¿no?